role mo sa San Miguel. Wala nang Papi John. Kumusta naman ang role mo sa San Miguel at playing alongside Junmar Fajardo? Your contributions have been very valuable and very critical because nakikita ng tao, buong loob mo, malakas ang loob mo at lumalaban ka palagi. Rodney.
Yung role ko naman po dito, masaya naman po ako sa role ko. Kung ano nga yung may tutulong ko sa mga teammates ko. Mga intangibles, being energy guy para sa kanila. So masaya po ako yun para sa kung ano po yung magagawa ko para manalo yung team namin.
Okay, thank you, Rodney. May we have the microphone, please? Okay, now we'll give it over to Troy. Troy Rosario, mga kaibigan, for TNT. Someone who can play the stretch 4 position. Wala na kasi si Ranidel Do Campo. But certainly someone who can also play 3, sometimes playing 5. He's such a versatile player because he plays multiple positions. Troy, malaking challenge ito para sa TNT because kayo ang defending champion. Against San Miguel Beer, number 1 team, number 1 seeds sa eliminations. Anong masasabi mo tungkol dito sa matchup in the finals? Troy.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting series. Siyempre, laman natin kung gaano ka-talented yung San Miguel team. Pero kami naman, we rely on sa mga players, yung buong team, hindi lang sa isang player. So, magkakaroon kami ng chance ng chance talunin San Miguel pag talagang nag-click lahat.
Okay, so team effort ang sinasabi ni Troy Rosario. Okay, pakipasa nga yung microphone kay Jason Castro. Jason, last game ng TNT against Magnolia, nagpakita ka na Jason Castro has never faded away. 26 points ang ginawa ni Jason Castro. Grabe ang ginawa niya, no? And to think that Jason is now coming off the bench for TNT. So yung role niya nagbago, pero yung leadership niya at saka yung influence niya being a game changer, nandun pa rin. Jason, kumusta naman ang role mo coming off the bench at itong bagong challenge na naihahatid sa iyo ng PBA to try to defend the championship? Jason.
Okay naman po ako kasi sobrang comfortable ako dun sa role na yun. Kung makikita niyo yung career ko with Coach Jot, talagang off the bench ako sa kanya, even sa Gilas. At the same time, yun nga, kailangan kong i-embrace yung role na yun at the same time, i-lead yung mga teammate ko. So, again, San Miguel, napakalakas na team. Yun nga, kailangan namin maglaro as a team talaga for us para magka-chance sa series na to. At the same time, yun nga, siguro kung paano namin sila i-stop kasi sobrang talented ng team na yun. So,
okay, maraming salamat, Jason. Pakipasa nga kay RR. Mga kaibigan, si RR Pagoy is known as a gunner. He's a scorer, not just a shooter. Pero pinakita niya sa Magnolia Series na yung kanyang depensa is something that you can rely on. Two-way player si RR Pagoy. And as he's maturing as a PBA player, para nakikita natin, palaging gumagaling conference by conference. RR, ano ba ang sekreto mo? At yung laro mo, hindi na lang opensa, depensa rin, at saka nagiging all-around player ka para kay Coach John. RR.
Actually, iniisip ko every game at sinasabi din palagi nila Coach na kinukuha ko, hindi dahil sa opensa ko, kundi dahil sa depensa ko. So, bonus na lang talaga kung nakaka-score ako ng malaki kasi yun nga, di nila pwedeng iwanan yung ibang teammate eh. So, siguro yung iniiwan. So, yun, nakaka-score ako.
RR, itatanong ko lang sa iyo na bago mo ibigay yung microphone kay Poy. Sino kaya ang dedepensahan mo sa San Miguel? CJ Perez ba?
Junmar siguro.
Ha?
Junmar.
Junmar! Totoo yan. Di ba? In some series, ang dinedepensahan mo yung malaki. Oh, anong sagot nyo?
Hindi, siguro kung sino lang yung matapat sa akin siguro.
Okay.
Ganun.
Okay. Poy, Eram. Nako, Poy. Unang-una, we have to applaud si Poy because he answered the call of Gilas to play in the FIBA Asia Cup. And he did that with just how many days coming off the PBA eliminations. big congratulations and big thank you para kay Poy Eram. Always ready to play for the flag. Poy, okay, tapos na yung FIBA Asia Cup. Nandito tayo sa Philippine Cup. Isang malaking challenge na naman para sa inyo. But especially for you personally, because you're a player who can play 5, you can play 4, pwede ka din mag-3. Pero ang katapat mo, malamang Motaw Tua, Junmar Fajardo, yung mga malalaki ng San Miguel. Nakakabigay ba yun ng sakit ng ulo sa'yo? Paul.
Siyempre naman. Sixth MVP, tapos si Mo, si Rodney. Siyempre, hindi lang naman yung team nila, hindi lang naman San Miguel. Lahat ng players sa PBA, siyempre, ipapractice din yung mga yan. Diba? So, mahirap talaga, lalo na San Miguel yung kalaban mo. Marami silang, sabi nga ng mga teammates ko, marami silang talented players, and then, yun nga, if we play as a team, may chance kami. Even then, kahit maglaro kami ng magkasama-sama lahat yung best effort namin, hindi pa rin ganun ka, hindi mo pa rin talaga masasabi na mananalo kami. Pero at least, kailangan gawin namin every game, we play our A game, not individually but as a team. So yun yung pinaka-importante.
One thing we've noticed that both these teams are very deep. Ang San Miguel Beer is coming in fully loaded. Ang TNT naman is coming in well-armed. Kanya maganda itong series na ito. This is going to be a very, very exciting, thrilling finals. Okay, that said, mga kaibigan, let's open the floor now for questions from media. Si Dave Coros ang may hawak ng microphone. Okay, first question. Ako si James. Okay, can you please identify yourself and your media affiliation for consistency purposes?
Thank
Please.
you, Candido. Well, first of all, good afternoon to Mr. Alpanlilio, Coach Chutris and Coach Leo Austria, and the players of Pukuntex and San Miguel Bears. So my question is addressed to Coach Chutris. Coach, this is for you.
Sandali, you have to introduce yourself. I am Clyde Mariano, otherwise known as James. Pakisabi na lang.
So, this is for you.
Oh, hindi.
So, I'm Clyde Mariano. I'm Clyde Mariano.
Introduction.
So, well, the road ahead is rough and bumpy for Talk and Text title retention campaign. So, in your own assessment and analysis, and how do you foresee the chances of Talk and Text title retention campaign against San Miguel Beer?
Sabi nga ni Coach Leo, di ba? Minimum 4, maximum 7. But very honestly, very difficult. And this is just being as objective as possible. If you take a look at the lineup and how deep and how strong the other team is. Because there's two teams battling, it's 50-50. Di ba? Kasi it's just two teams left, so it's one or the other. The important thing for us is to stay patient and understand how difficult this series is going to be. So we have no illusions about it. We know how strong the other team is, and we just need to be prepared.
Coach, your biggest headache is Junmar Fajardo. The big man of San Miguel averages double figures per game. So how do you contain and neutralize San Miguel big man and limit his output?
Pag tayong dalawa lang, sabihin ko sa'yo, nandito si Coach Leo, hindi natin pwede sabihin. With much difficulty and with great effort. I think that's the best way to say it, yeah.
By way of comparison and matchup, do you think or do you believe that the Truca of Jason Castro, Mikey Williams, and Roger Pugoy is much better and superior than the trio of CJ Perez, Marcio Lassiter, and Jericho Cruz?
Ano ba ng klaseng katatanong yan? Pag sinagot ko, di yari na ako. It's a very even matchup. If you take a look at both sides, very evenly matched. It is, buti bringing up mo yun because San Miguel is not only Junmar. The strength of San Miguel is their depth. You cannot just focus on Junmar because the other players in the perimeter will kill you, will torch you. And then there is Rodney and Vic Manuel and Motaw too as well. So you can see the magnitude of our problem, right? So,
You're gunning for 9 PBA crown. So, are you pretty optimistic and confident that you will win your 9 PBA crown and satisfy us again, team owner Mr. Manny B. Pangilinan?
not confident at all, but I have great faith in my team. The team that we have doesn't quit. They fight till the end. With that, I am confident our ability to continue fighting. But in the result, like I said, it's 50-50.
How many times Talk and Text appears in finals under your stewardship?
Wala dito si Fidel Pangunon.
Well, because
Oh, malalaman natin niya kay Fidel. Ilan na ba? Okay, no-compute nila ngayon.
last question, Coach.
Tanong ko kay Fidel.
How many times Talk and Text in San Miguel met in the finals? And when was the last time and who won the finals?
2019 Commissioner's Cup, nanalo yung San Miguel over TNT 4-2. Pero yung...
Wala ako dito noon, pero 2019 daw, finals.
Pero malalaman natin yung kay Fidel. We'll ask him for his stats. Maraming salamat, James. Oh, baka yung ibang.
Okay,
baka gusto mo, last.
Okay, last question lang. Leo, this is the first final appearance of San Miguel in 3 years. Okay, so now, what is the chances of San Miguel against Talk and Text? You know, Talk and Text is very much popular and loaded with talents.
Yeah, the chances is, I think, 50-50. Both teams naman is really competitive, and both teams are really preparing for this a very important conference. But we don't know yet what will happen. Come first game, we will know how can we assist the performance of each team. But finals is always a game of adjustment. We don't know yet.
Last question, Coach. Your biggest problem is Mikey Williams. How do you contain and neutralize the 30 years old Los Angeles-born scoring machine?
Sikreto ko rin yun kung paano i-control si Mikey. But let us know na Mikey is not only a TNT team. So the dangerous with this team, all of them. So we should not focus on Mikey. They have a lot of players who could score a lot.
Maraming salamat, James, for your wonderful questions. Okay. Oh, Joseph. Name and affiliation, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Joseph Ramos from Business Mirror. I would like to address this question to San Miguel players, Junmar Pajardo, Chris Ross, and Marshall Lassiter. How will you compare the present team from the team that won five straight Philippine Cup championship?
There's a lot of similarities, but there's a lot of differences too. I think with the new guys we have in, there's a lot of there's just a lot of excitement with the likes of these guys behind me, CJ, Jericho, Rodney, Adin, Mo, Vic. It's different. It's like post Jumar injury. Like even Jumar was before, so we've all evolved, and the Death 5 is a thing of pre-pandemic, so it's like post-pandemic thing now. So at the end of the day, we just want to win 4 more games, and then we can talk more about it. But these next 7 games are going to be tough. So, but we're ready for the challenge, I think.
Alas wala naman masyadong pinagkaiba sa yung mga previous na teammates namin sa ngayon. Yung siguro yung age lang. And then Basta kailangan lang namin sundin yung sistema. Magtulungan lang kami. Same lang naman yung previous team namin dati sa ngayon. Yung main goal namin manalo ng championship. So kami mga players, dapat magtulungan kami sa team para makuha namin yung goals. So,
To Marshall. Just take the similarities between the hunger. I feel like teams from before now, we're just really hungry to win. And the group that we have now is just, we're a much deeper team. We got a lot of skilled players who can play multiple positions and do a lot of things for us. So that's pretty much, a great thing to have, and we're just trying to put it all together.
Okay, thank you. Jason naman, how would you compare naman yung San Miguel na kung nandun si Arvin saka si Alex kapag kumpara naman ngayon?
Almost the same lang din kasi mas tumakas pa nga sila kasi si Jericho, yung mga guys nila. At the same time ngayon, kaya nilang score anytime. So, for me, mas lumakas yung team nila. Pero yun nga, for us to win, sabi nga ni Fer na kailangan namin talagang play as a team. At the same time, yun niya kung paano namin silang may-start. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Next question is,
good afternoon po sa lahat. Don Esperado po ng Philippine Choir. For Coach Scott and Coach Leo, last year dapat kayo ng semifinals. Palitan kayo ng panalo noon and then ended up with TNT winning. Ano yung recollection ng time na yun and will that have an effect going to this championship series?
Sa akin, last year is last year. This is a completely different series. I think everyone has said that San Miguel is a very different team now. They're a lot deeper. Nalimutan ko na yung last year. Sana lang yung resulta pareho. Pero other than that, last year is a very fast.
Coach Leo?
What I noticed on our last series, in the semifinals, umabot ng Game 7, we lost the game on Game 1, we won on Game 2, Game 4, Game 6. They won on Game 1, 3, 5, 7. That's why for me, it's very important to win game number 1 in the series. Baka yun magiging regular pa rin. And we don't know what will happen. But in the past, in the championship, so every time we get into Game 7, so medyo swerte kami doon. But this is a different tournament, a different. So all of the teams, especially Talking Tex, are a well-oiled machine, very cohesive, and they know each other, and they're very comfortable to each other. And that's one thing we have to consider. But we don't know yet what will happen come Sunday's game onward. So it depends on kung gaano ka-hungry ang mga players para dito sa championship.
Okay, thank you, Jonas.
Coach, may isa pang tanong. Total nandyan naman din si Jericho at si Rodney. Tatanong ko na rin. Coach, magkasama kayo.
So, I'm just happy to be here. Just happy to be with the San Miguel team. And siguro, lahat naman, tulad sabi Rodney, lahat naman kami masaya pag nanalo kami. So, yun na yung goal ko ngayon, to win championship as a team together.
Thank you po and good luck sa both teams.
Thank you, Jonas. Next question, okay? Sina.
Sid Vendora from ESPN Philippines. Question lang for Coach Chot and Coach Leo again regarding Philippine Cup Championships. Coach Chot, you're tied with David Dalupan, most number of Philippine Cup titles with 6. And Coach Leo, you have 5, you're right behind both of them. I'd just like to ask, what would our championship win mean to both of you? Coach Chot would be the winningest coach in Philippine Cup history, and Coach Leo will move into a tie with Coach Bailey and Coach Chot if ever. So, Coach Chot one.
I'm definitely honored to have that distinction together with David Dalupan, who of course is every Filipino coach looks up to him. But to be very honest, for us, it's really more than that. It's not. Yeah, it's a very secondary consideration for me personally. The value of this championship really is what it brings to the organization, what it brings to the entire PLDT Talk and Text organization, and what it brings to the TNT family, our fans, and the family, the extended family, not only of the team, the players behind me, everyone on our team. I think that's the bigger significance for me. It's nice to have that individual distinction, but more than that, our team has always been more bigger things than those things. So for me, that's a significant.
Coach Leo?
For me, the number of wins in the Philippine Cup is not important for me. But what we're looking for is a championship in any conference. But since our Filipino Cup or Philippine Cup is a most prestigious tournament in the PBA, so everybody's looking forward for this championship. And that is one thing every team can be proud of.
Every time you win a championship in the Philippine Cup.
Next question,
Good afternoon. This question is to Coach Chot Reyes. Coach, will you miss any of the
Introduce
games
yourself
of-
first, Mr. Atencio.
Peter Atencio, Manila Standard.
Okay, thank you.
Coach, will you miss any games of the final series?
Peter, can I answer that?
Yes.
I think from PBA, PLDT point of view, winning the PBA championship is important to us. Very, very important. No? And as Chot said, we're an organization where we push excellence and we want to always do well. No? But there's a bigger calling at this point. No? It's flag and country. And I think we as an organization has always been ready to answer to that call. No? In the past, TNT players were answering to the call. Sabi nga ni Kinito, Poy Eram last minute in the last FIBA Asia Cup. There was a time that it was a team that went and had to battle really for flag and country. This time, I think it's Chot is being asked to make that sacrifice, and I think we accept that as an organization. And going back to what everybody said there, and started with Troy, that it becomes now a team objective, a team purpose on winning the championship. We have to go through maybe 2 games. Chot will not be around, but I'm confident that the team will hold together until he comes back. So we're playing not only for flag and country, we're playing for each other. We're playing as a team. We're playing for Chot, and the players are playing for each other also. So yeah, we will have to do both.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Good afternoon po, sir. Sir,
Please introduce yourself, Mr. Jerry Ramos.
Gerardo Ramos po from Spin.ph. Sir Al, follow-up question na rin po. So, who will be the one to coach TNT if ever Coach Chot?
Baka siguro ako na lang siguro. I don't have to coach them because we're gonna work as a team, right? Oh, Al Francis, can we borrow you also? I mean, I haven't spoken to Chot about that, and I know he's talking to his coaches, and the players have to also accept that, and I think they have, and it's something we need to do. We have to hold the fort for the team 2 games while our coach is away, but we have veterans here, we have great players behind me here, and we have to just be a team.
Thank you, sir. Coach Chot, your thoughts lang about having to not to coach at least 2 games of the finals?
Every coach, every leader, every parent, every teacher is gauged by how well the student or the son does. If the student does well, then the teacher did the job. If the son does better, all of us, or a lot of us here are parents, fathers, mothers. When our children do well, we're very proud. That's what makes us happy. So I think it's a great measure of my coaching ability if my team can perform at a very high level even without me, and that really makes me happy. And that's what I'm looking forward to. If the team can continue to operate at a very high level even in my absence, then at least for me personally, that means that I've done my job, that I've coached these guys well. So that's how I look at it. It's an opportunity for these players to step up and prove to themselves that they can do it even without their head coach. It's an opportunity for the coaching staff, Coach Sandy Arespacochaga, Coach Yuri Escueta, and even team manager Jojo Lastimosa to pitch in and do the job. Coach Josh Reyes left last night with the FIBA Under-18 for Iran for the competition, so he won't be around. So that's the way we look at it, not as a problem or a setback, but really as an opportunity. And hopefully, it turns out well.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Leo, ano ba yun? Advantage ba sa inyo yan or magiging disadvantage yung pagkawala ni Coach Chot?
Well, katulad, I agree with Coach Chot, regarding in the absence of your parents, your leader, your teacher, if you lay down your foundation and all the things and they have to do, it doesn't matter. Ang mahirap nga nito, they have nothing to lose eh. Baka magkaroon pa ng excuse. But, it depends on the players eh. Because the players, to show some loyalty and to show some love to their parents, their coach or leaders, on their absence, they will work really hard, doubly hard. And that's one thing we're worried about. And we don't know yet what will happen, if it is advantage or disadvantage.
Thank you, Coach. One last, sir. To Chris. Chris, Mikey Williams once said that you're one of the best defensive guards in the league. Just your thoughts about going up against Mikey in the finals.
He just said that because that's my friend. He don't really mean that. He's just cool with me, so he's trying to up my ego a little bit. But no, seriously, Mikey. I've known Mikey for a while now, and I know what type of talent he is. Even before he got in the PBA, I knew what kind of talent he is and what he was gonna do when he got in this league, and he hasn't disappointed at all. And he's been putting on a show every time out, and hopefully, I want him to play well, but I want us to win. So if that happens, I'll be happy with that. So, but no, Mikey's my guy, and I'm proud of him for what he's done in the short amount of time he's been in the PBA, and I don't expect anything less from him going forward. So,
Mikey, your thoughts of going up against Chris?
Yeah, that's my guy too. So it's definitely going to be a challenging series for both of us. Coming out here, I was looking up to Chris the entire time. So he's definitely showed me the ropes and helped me really help me to understand this league in a better kid. And I'm just really grateful and looking forward to the opportunity.
One final question. Afternoon po, Ruben Terrado from Spain. My question is for Coach Chot. Coach, in terms of yung team, very different kung San Miguel from the last time TNT faced San Miguel in terms of playoff experience. Do you think your playoff experience, yung TNT, would be able to make up for the perhaps perceived lack of finals experience of San Miguel and of course their deep talent?
I hope so, but I don't really think so because our playoff experience is not that deep anyway. To begin with, And you're right, I thought the previous San Miguel team had more experience, but this San Miguel team has more depth and better balance. So it's really very tough. It's really tough to call. I hope we can fall back on our experience. But if you look at it, aside from Jason and Kelly, the team has very limited playoff experience anyway. So, like I said, it's going to be an uphill battle all the way. Going to be very tough. But like I said, we're always up for the good fight every year.
Coach Leo, in relation to that, Coach, anong nasabi mo sa mga players mo na yun nga, iba first time, second time, third time pa lang sa finals? Kumusta naman sila? Nakita mo ba sa kanila yung motivation to win that first championship of their careers?
Well, the way I see their body language, they are very hungry, but it's something to prove during the series. But everybody wants to win a championship, but you know, in terms of experience, there are only few players in our team who has not experience of winning the championship as a team. But against Talk and Tech, there's a lot of experienced players, and we don't know yet if this is the advantage because in the finals, it's all about the knowledge how to win the championship, and that's very important. And I hope hard work could dispel the difference regarding this championship. And as far as I know, at this point, we don't know yet what will happen come championship games.
Okay, I think that ends our question and answer portion. And before we close this program, may we ask for a photo opportunity? May we ask all the players, coaches, and our team officials to please stand. And maybe if you can, hawakan natin yung trophy. Paano nyo gusto? Kayo magsabi, mga photographers, how would you like them to stand? May we ask the players and our guests to please stay around because there will be media interviews. So thank you very much. Okay, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. And we also want to